Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Today we have a very important story that is making waves across the country and it affects every one of us in one way or another. The headline reads, Gumi begs for help as military marked forest bandits for total elimination through airstrikes. Now, let's break this down and understand what is really happening, what it means, and why it matters to all of us. Recently, the Nigerian military has intensified its operations against armed bandits hiding in forests, especially in the northwest region of Nigeria. These forests have long been safe havens for criminal groups who carry out kidnappings, attacks on villages, and other violent activities. The military, using both ground and air operations, is aiming to dismantle these criminal networks, target their camps, and reduce their capacity to harm innocent civilians. This is a significant move because it shows a strong effort by the government to take control of areas that have been lawless for too long. At the same time, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, a well-known Islamic cleric, became a central figure in this news. Sheikh Gumi is known for advocating dialogue and negotiation with bandits, trying to reduce violence through communication and rehabilitation rather than just force. His name being mentioned in relation to the military operations sparked a lot of discussions and in some cases confusion. Some reports claim that Sheikh Gumi was personally in danger from these military strikes and was pleading for help. However, it is important to clarify that this was a misunderstanding. Sheikh Gumi has stated publicly that he is not personally targeted and that the videos circulating on social media were either old or misinterpreted. What is undeniable is that Sheikh Gumi's voice is influential in these situations. He has spent years engaging with communities affected by banditry and attempting to open communication channels with armed groups. His approach emphasizes that long-term peace in these areas cannot be achieved by military action alone. While the military strikes aim to weaken bandits and dismantle their infrastructure, dialogue, community engagement, and rehabilitation programs are necessary to address the root causes of violence. The military strategy has included precise airstrikes against camps where bandits are known to operate. Reports indicate that these strikes have destroyed equipment, neutralized threats, and disrupted criminal networks. These operations are part of broader efforts to ensure the safety of civilians and support ground troops who work tirelessly to secure vulnerable areas. By targeting the forests where bandits hide, the military hopes to prevent future attacks and bring stability to communities that have long lived under fear. At this point, it is natural to ask which approach works better, force or dialogue. Many people argue that the military must continue with strong operations because these bandits have caused immeasurable suffering and action must be decisive. Others believe that dialogue and rehabilitation are equally important. They argue that many of these young men turn to crime out of desperation, lack of education, or poverty. And giving them a path back into society could reduce violence in the long run. The truth is likely somewhere in the middle. Both strategies may be needed. Military action can reduce immediate threats, while dialogue and rehabilitation address the underlying causes of conflict. This brings us to a critical point. Communities living near these forests are directly affected. Families have been displaced, farms destroyed, and livelihoods threatened. Airstrikes, while necessary, also bring challenges and risks, and the government must ensure that civilians are protected while operations continue. Civil society organizations, community leaders, and religious figures like Sheikh Gumi play an essential role in bridging gaps, providing humanitarian support and encouraging peaceful solutions. It is also important to address misinformation. In situations like these, social media spreads rumors quickly. Videos, clips, and statements can be taken out of context. As viewers, we must always verify information before believing or sharing it. Sheikh Gumi's clarification shows how easily stories can be misrepresented, and it reminds us that the truth often requires careful investigation. Now, let's think about the broader impact. What happens if bandits continue to operate without interference? Violence spreads, communities remain unsafe, and trust in government institutions erodes. Conversely, if airstrikes and military operations succeed, it does not automatically solve the underlying problems. Poverty, lack of education, and unemployment must be addressed so that young people do not feel drawn to violence. This is why experts often stress that security measures must be paired with development initiatives. It is also essential to recognize the bravery of the Nigerian military. Operating in dense forests, facing well-armed criminals, and managing complex logistics is not easy. Precision strikes require careful planning, intelligence gathering, and coordination. While civilians hope for peace, the reality on the ground is challenging and dangerous. The military's success in disrupting bandit camps can save countless lives, but it is a continuous effort that demands support from every part of society. Sheikh Gumi's approach reminds us of the human side of these conflicts. Behind every statistic are real lives, young men, families, and communities affected by fear and instability. His advocacy for dialogue highlights the need to combine compassion with enforcement. Peace building is not a single action, it is a continuous process that requires patience, resources, and collaboration. As we follow this story, it is crucial for all Nigerians to stay informed and engaged. Knowing what is happening helps us support positive initiatives, understand government actions, and contribute to community safety. Sharing accurate information, supporting humanitarian efforts, and encouraging dialogue between conflicting parties are all ways we can play a part. Before we continue further, I want to remind everyone again, if you're finding this news helpful and informative, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Sharing this video also helps spread accurate information to more people. Your engagement keeps us motivated to bring you the latest and most factual updates. Now, we also need to consider what comes next. The forests are vast, and bandit networks are complex. Military operations may succeed in neutralizing some groups, but these criminals may adapt, relocate, or reorganize. This is why continuous monitoring, community cooperation, and proactive policies are necessary. Security is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing responsibility that requires vigilance, strategic planning, and public support. Engagement with community leaders is also vital. These individuals understand local dynamics, can facilitate communication, and often act as the first line of defense against violence. By combining intelligence from these leaders with military action and social programs, the government can increase the chances of long-term success. In conclusion, this story is not just about Sheikh Gumi, the military, or bandits. It is about Nigeria's pursuit of peace and security. The recent airstrikes represent action and resolve. Sheikh Gumi represents dialogue and compassion, and the communities affected represent resilience and hope. All of these elements together shape the path toward a safer and more stable society. So as we continue to watch developments unfold, let's remain informed, patient, and supportive of strategies that combine enforcement, dialogue, and community development. Encourage conversations about these issues, check your sources, and remember that real peace requires understanding, effort, and collaboration from everyone. And once again, I remind you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can follow every update in real time. Share this video with your friends and family to keep them informed and engaged as well.